It's 7:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. The RSPCA is investigating a cruel attack on a kangaroo on the grounds of Morisset Hospital. The Herald reports the female roo was shot through the chest with a sports arrow and left to die last Wednesday afternoon. She was euthanised by rangers the following day. One wildlife rescuer says it's the worst act of cruelty she's ever seen. Concerns over the cost of the Hunter's streetlights is set to come into focus tonight, with Cessnock Council planning to take the issue to the state government. There's a fear ratepayers will lose control over the costs of the utility when the Baird government leases 3 of the state's electricity network businesses. Director of Works and Infrastructure, Justin Fitzpatrick-Barr, says council hopes the government will consider using the latest cost-saving technology.
One of the things that we've always asked is to have LED lighting considered as part of new street lighting technology. And that's one of the things we'll be seeking from the Premier and Minister of Energy. Any new reform includes consideration about rolling out LED lighting. It's been proven across the world that LED lighting decreases energy consumption quite considerably.
The young mother who crashed her car in the Upper Hunter, killing her 2-year-old daughter, is now at the bedside of her seriously injured baby boy at the John Hunter Hospital. The 11-month-old remains in a critical condition following the accident on the New England Highway on Monday night. Tori Shipman is likely to be charged over the crash as she was driving on a suspended learner's licence. A community workshop is being held at Cooks Hill tonight to inform Newcastle residents about air quality. The Newcastle Community Consultative Committee on the Environment is hosting the event, which will include demonstrations by the New South Wales Office of Environment and Heritage and the Environment Protection Authority. EPA Hunter Region Manager Adam Gilligan says the event has been organised in response to suggestions from the community.
We've received feedback from the community that, one, they're interested and in some cases concerned about air quality in the Newcastle area, but also unsure of how to access that sort of information. And so this is a way of making sure that people can understand what's available.
A University of Newcastle-led research team to improve dementia care has been granted almost $4 million in federal funding for further research. The study over the next 5 years will explore how the disease directly affects families and society, as well as aiming to improve dementia services. Professor Kichu Nair says the study will find innovative ways of caring for people with dementia.
It's a national study which will be administered and managed from Newcastle. So we're really excited about this project, and hopefully we can improve service we provide for people with dementia and their families.
Students at the University of Newcastle are rallying this morning as part of a national day of action to protest against the federal government's funding cuts and plans to deregulate fees. The Students' Association will be meeting from 11 till 2 today and circulating a petition rejecting the changes to higher education.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13th.
Newcastle Knights interim coach Danny Medeiros is confident his players will be in the right state of mind when the team travels to Amy Park to take on the Melbourne Storm next Monday night. This will be the Knights' first game in Melbourne since the heartbreaking incident which ended Alex McKinnon's playing career. Medeiros says the team will be up for the challenge.
For us to go down there, it's just a great challenge, and that's the way the boys will be looking at it. And they'll be driving this week, and you get a chance to play against some of the, if not the best players in their position, and that's the way the boys will be embracing the week.
Newcastle Jets attacking midfielder Andy Brennan will make his much-anticipated debut tonight against Victorian Premier League pacesetters Bentley Greens at Kingston Heath. Signed from VPL side South Melbourne, the untried forward has spent the last month on the sideline with a hamstring injury. And finally, Newcastle heptathlete Sophie Stanwell admits it will be hard to watch her Australian teammates compete at next week's track and field championships in Beijing. Stanwell has instead opted to focus on her training at the Australian Institute of Sport in Canberra, with her dream to compete at next year's Olympic Games. That's Sport, I'm Rhys Wicks.
2 NURFM News Time, 26 to 8.